Hi, I'm Josh and welcome back to another video for GCSE English Language. Today we're taking a quick look at quoting from extracts in your exam. This technique, known as quoting, evidencing, proving or showing your reasoning, is a must-have skill for the subject. In this video I'll show you what questions need quoting skills to pass, how you can do it smartly to draw examiner attention, and finally what the mark scheme says about it and how to play to those strengths. Let's get started. So, what questions in the exam require you to use quoting/evidencing skills? Well, the short answer is all of the reading ones. But the longer answer is the identify ones on both papers, sort of. The analysis ones, especially on paper 2, all the time. And the evaluation questions across both papers all the time, 100%. And of course, both sections of the comparison question in paper 2. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail because I'm planning to do larger videos focusing on each question individually. Really quickly though, let's run through each question type and how quoting is used. For identify questions across both papers, it usually asks you to find a direct quote from a series of lines. Analysis in paper 1 requires you to understand, comment, discuss and analyse a certain aspect of the text across a selection of lines, with you quoting/evidencing the parts of the text as a key aspect. However, in paper 2's analysis question, which has always been about how the author interests and engages the reader, you have got over twice the marks to gain and the whole extract to consider, not just a little selection of lines. So you're looking to quote twice as much at the very least. Evaluation questions are both big point scorers and very much require you to look at the whole extract and form an opinion on whether or not the author has succeeded in a certain way. Quotes taken from throughout the extract are your way to show the examiner you're reading in detail. Finally, comparison questions, especially 7a, require you to evidence similarities. They need quotes to prove you've spotted a clear area for comparison. Here we go. Let's learn how we can quote really well. Now, it is likely that you will already have learned how to quote before, but keep watching because there may be a few methods here that you have not seen before, and I can guarantee they're easy to remember and really important for top mark exam answers. Firstly, the bare bones of quoting from a text is the use of speech marks. If you simply copy down a piece of the extract into your answer without using speech marks to show it's been taken from the extract, your examiner will likely miss it, and even if they do see it, they won't be able to give you anything more than a mark for it. Speech marks, though, are not foolproof for quoting. If you really want to get your examiner's attention, put an ellipsis before the first set of speech marks and after the second set. It spaces out your quote from the rest of the text, giving your examiner no excuse not to see it. I often get asked how long a good quote should be. While an entire paragraph of the extract can contain a lot you would like to examine, copying it down word for word wastes your time and tells the examiner that, rightly or wrongly, you're just throwing words at them to see what sticks. Limit your quotes to no more than 1.5 lines long, and if you need to quote a large passage, use the boxed ellipsis method to shorten it. Take a large quote, and for the words/parts you don't need, take them out and replace them with the box ellipsis symbol. Examiners will recognize this and prefer it to just a series of similar, smaller, bitty quotes. Okay, so lastly for this video, let's have a quick look at a couple of the mark schemes and what they say about quoting. Looking at the analysis mark scheme from paper 1 question 3, we see that at its lowest level, it says the use of referencing is not really developed. Recall what I said about using those speech marks to indicate clearly where you've made a quote, so you can tick that box for your examiner. As for developing, we'll cover that in a video dedicated to analysis. It's quite a tricky subject and requires a lot more than a few lines to explain it. As we go up the mark scheme, it continues to push the importance of evidencing, ranging from requiring appropriate evidence, which is quotes that accurately support and reflect the question, to discriminating evidence, which means that the quotes you use are bang on accurate and reflect not only the question's request, but your own analysis. Remember, I'm going to do a video on that, so keep your eyes peeled and hit that subscribe button. For the evaluation questions, it's very similar to the analysis mark schemes, with one key difference as we approach the upper level of this table. Do you see here where it says persuasive? Now this means that your quotes need to match and support your evaluation and show a clear personal opinion on the author. More information on that can be found in my evaluation video, which will be released shortly if it already hasn't come out by the time you've watched this video. For the two parts of the comparison mark scheme, we're going to look first at 7a. At lower levels, it says limited, meaning maybe one or two quotes not written down correctly or relevant to your point. And in the middle, it says valid but imbalanced, meaning the quotes match the point but aren't taken from both texts. At the very top of the mark scheme, it says quotes of this level must be appropriate and relevant to the points being made, meaning equally balanced and matching the point you made. For 7b, it starts low down with limited referencing, meaning poorly copied or very few quotes are present. At mid-levels of this mark scheme, we're looking for balanced and appropriate references, which mirrors the top level of the 7a mark scheme. Now at the very top of the 7b mark scheme, we see the word clarity added to the mix, meaning that your quotes need to support your points and evidence. Now a key way you can show this is to use multiple quotes throughout your evidence, backing up and driving forward your explanations. That brings us to the end of this video on quoting. Remember, evidencing and quoting is a key skill for English language and for literature as well. So learning to do it right will definitely mean the difference between a pass and a fail. As usual, any questions, comments, thoughts or ideas, let me know in the comment section below. Keep revising, stay safe, and thanks for watching.